Success is counted sweetest. This is one of those poems by Emily Dickinson which were published during her lifetime. It is estimated that Emily Dickinson wrote a total of almost 1800 poems, which out of which only seven could be published during her lifetime, and those two were anonymous, written anonymously or published anonymously. This is the last of the poems that are included in your syllabus of American Literature, ELL 407, the last of the poems by Emily Dickinson. Let's move on to the poem. It's a very simple one. Success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. Now, here the first two lines of the poem, this poem, tell you about the concept of success. That success which is very hard to accomplish for those who have not succeeded, or uh, for those who have an utmost desire to be successful in accomplishing a task. The poet is using the technique of enjambment here. Enjambment occurs when the idea is not completed in one line of poetry in verse, rather, uh, it is completed either in the middle of the next sentence or next verse, or the end of the next verse. So here you understand, though an average reader can understand that that a poem is going to give you the idea of success being considered sweetest. However, by adding the term by adding the preposition by, the poetess tells you that she is her idea is not completed in the first verse, and she uses the second verse to complete the idea. Uh, the first verse is, you can see, uh, it uses the technique of alliteration as well, or the rhetorical device of alliteration as well. Success, sweetest. So here the poetess is using this alliteration of the letter S in order to tell you the importance of success, the importance of this noun success. So she says, success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. Now, this is a very contradictory sort of a remark, that why can't a person wonders, why can't a person who is victorious or who is the champion, why can't he not understand the importance of success? And in order to complete this idea, or give the uh, answer to this question, she tells you in the next line: to comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Comprehend is to understand, nectar is a sense. And here you can also consider nectar as the not only the physical essence, it can be the essence through which you can understand a certain phenomenon. And here specifically, this is the phenomenon of success. She says that in order to understand a certain, or get to the root of a certain phenomenon, you need, or you require sorest need. You need to experience the most of pain. Okay, so sorest is the superlative of the word, of the adjective sore. Sore is painful. Sorest means the most painful. So she says that if you want to understand a certain phenomenon, especially here, if you want to understand success, you need to go through the most painful of processes in order to understand the real meaning of success. She is elaborating upon this concept in the next two stanzas now. These stanzas are basically quatrains. As you can see, the poem comprises of three quatrains. Uh, it's a very short poem of 12 lines. However, uh, it is a very philosophical poem. So, in the next quatrain, she is presenting the image of a battleground, or if it can also be interpreted as a place where as a ground where a certain challenge has been has taken place. So she says, not one of all the purple host. Now here you see, host is again typical of Emily Dickinson. Host has been capitalized. Host is over here referring to the to a group which has one. None, not one of all the purple host, none of the people belonging to the victors team who took the flag today. They are the ones who took the flag again, it has been capitalized in order to emphasize the importance of the flag of victory. Here she says that who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory. Now, not a single person from the victors can clearly explain the meaning of this term. Explanation is something which is comprehensive. Not, she says that these people cannot even define the term victory as clearly as whom. She moves on to the next stanza to complete her meaning. As he defeated dying, as he, a person who is defeated, uh, and obviously after a challenge he's dying. Here dying can be interpreted in two ways. Maybe it's the physical death, maybe this person, because of his uh, uh, some war wounds or some injuries that occurred during the match. That person is dying because of those wounds, maybe. However, dying can also be interpreted in the sense of the of dying for something, that is uh, a person who is direly in need of something, as if it's the beloved for whom that person is dying. And here, if you interpret it in the sense of a dying soldier, obviously he yearns, or he has been yearning very very uh, you know direly for victory in that that war, or in that battle. However, if you interpret it in the other you know in the meaning of sports, you would find that a sportsman always yearns for victory in his match. So you can interpret it in both ways. So as he defeated dying on whose forbidden ear, it seems as if his uh, uh, ears have stopped listening or to the joys of victory. Why? Because he is so engulfed in the agony of his defeat that he cannot, cannot. I'm repeating this thrice because here uh, Dickinson is also presenting, the uh, dying or the defeated soldier or the defeated sportsman in the same way. So, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph burst agonized and clear. It seems as if the people who have won, the victors, they are enjoying themselves. Maybe they are celebrating their victory, and their victory, triumph is victory. Strains are uh, songs, maybe celebratory songs. So these songs, why are they distant from this person? First of all, because he does not belong to the victors. Secondly, these are distant strains because he could not get victory. Therefore, he says that the distant strains of triumph were stagnized, though those songs are being sung far away somewhere, but they are the people, or the person who has been defeated is so much under mental stress because of his defeat, that he cannot bear to listen to those sounds of enjoyment. And those distant songs, maybe they would not have been seemed they would not have seemed so harsh if he would be amongst the victors. Right now, he is agonized because it seems as if these songs of victory are torturing him. Agonized and clear, he has a clear understanding that he has been defeated and he could not get success. Now, let's move on to some of the rhetorical devices used in this poem, or the techniques that Dickinson employs to make her poetry beautiful. These are some of the points, and obviously, you can add more points if you find some, or if you interpret, if you can justify them in your answers. So, first of all, this poem has been written in quatrain, in the form of quatrain, and the poetess, or the poet, has done this intentionally in order to to maintain the compactness of the poem, because this is a phenomenon which, the more you elaborate on it, or elaborate it, the more you can add to it. However, Dickinson wants this poem to remain objective and impersonal, and it seems as if she is viewing, both the parties, or both the competitors from a distance, and she is presenting, or she is narrating the conditions of both these both these peoples rather, and she has presented them in a very compact form. If you look at the, if you uh, uh, venture to categorize this poem according to its subgenre, you would find that it is somehow, it is lyrical. However, it can be clearly called a definition poem. A definition poem is such, as the name suggests, that which tells you about the which defines something. And here, the poetess is giving you the definition of success, and she is not telling you the definition of success in dictionary terms. Rather, she is telling you the definition of success through the interpretations made by the people involved in this certain challenge, in this battle. Okay, so on one hand, you would find that the victors are defining, according to them, success is something which is which needs to be celebrated, which desires celebration, and that celebration, in that intoxication of their victory, they are singing, they are making merry, they are enjoying themselves, maybe they are having some drinks or anything, and they have totally forgotten the challenges, or the challenge they went through in the past. because that was everything for them. For them, victory at that time was everything. However, on the other hand, success is defined differently by the people who have been defeated. Uh, these people interpret success as something which is an object of desire. It is not something which is just confined to celebration. It is an object of desire. It is a yearning. Uh, it is rather a phase of life which in which they cannot enter. It seems as if it is a forbidden fruit for them at present. So here, the subgenre of this poem is a definition poem, which is telling you about about two definitions of success. One with the perspective of the victors, the other with the perspective of the defeated. Okay, the setting of this poem is a battlefield or a battleground or a ground where there has been a match. Okay, the tone is very impersonal as and matter of fact, written by in third person narrative. So the poetess is just describing what is happening or what has just happened. She is not even giving a clue if she is sympathizing with the person who is defeated, or she is neither nor is she giving a clue if she is part of the celebration. It is like a neutral person watching the whole scene and describing it to us. There are two symbols used here. The first one is nectar in the first stanza. Nectar is basically, it is the essence, and nectar is something basically the juice that bees extract from various flowers in order to produce honey. And it is through that painful process, it is through that torturous process that honey is made consumable for us. uh, Here, by using this analogy or by using this symbol, he is the she is telling you about the importance of success, or the importance of going through ordeal in order to understand success, exactly in the same way as bees go through a certain phase. They complete a certain phase in order to produce consumable honey for the human beings. The purple flag is basically the flag of victory. However, the word purple is also symbolic of the of congealed blood. The color purple, it means that the blood has stopped, which was coming out of the wounds, which was, you know, the injuries. They have been covered by a thin layer of congealed blood, suggesting that the the ordeals of that uh, war or that battle, they have ended, and these people are now using this color in order to celebrate their victory, and their wounds have been covered, or they have been hidden because of their victory, or they are not considering their wounds right now, even if they are hurt. Whereas, on the other hand, we find that the person who is defeated, he is absolutely lost in his own, uh, shell of misery. He's feeling the pain. He's feeling alone. For the victors, the term host has been used. They are all a group who won, whereas this person who has lost, it seems that the group has dispersed, and everyone is suffering in his own is suffering separately. Then the imagery of battlefield has been used. How do we find that this imagery has been used? We are being told about victors, we are told about the condition of the defeated, this purple flag, and then we are also convinced that it is the imagery of the battlefield because of the dying soldiers or the dying people who could not succeed. Maybe if these people, if they were hurt, but they had succeeded, maybe their wounds would not have been uh, you know intensified. The pain would not have been so intensified as it is right now, as is the pain right now. This person is going through a very tough phase. He is suffering emotionally, he is suffering physically, he is suffering mentally, he is suffering spiritually as well, because he is not satisfied. Then the metaphor of nectar has been used. It is used both as a symbol as well as a metaphor in order to tell you how the how sweet this how sweet success is considered. You can make the comparison of the processes of losing, or losing and winning, to the process of making honey. Those who are victorious, for them, uh, this honey is sweet. For those who are not victorious, for them it is just nectar, which is just used as a uh, you know for philosophizing only. Then you find some paradox as well. The paradox is there in the first line, where we come to know that the poetess brings together two opposites. How can those who never succeeded uh, count success sweetest? It is interesting. It is very interesting. One is compelled to think that why can't they who are victorious understand success properly? Why can't why do we have why do the losers understand this phenomenon? So here the poetess has used paradox. Then again, we find that this is a typical Dickinsonian style, where she uses unconventional capitalization just to add a personal touch to these things. And these things, which are otherwise common nouns, host is a very small host as a group. However, when it is capitalized, it becomes special, it becomes a proper noun, and this proper noun tells you about the importance of that group. And then flag, it seems as a flag has also been capitalized, suggesting that this is the flag of success that was you know that counted, or that was considered sweet, or that was the target of these people of both these teams. Then alliteration, we have already discussed that. Success, sweetest, here, in order to emphasize the idea of success, the poetess has used alliteration. Then in the in the later lines, you find defeated, dying. Here the poetess again is using this alliteration in order to tell you about the importance of success for those who could not get it, who could not acquire success. So because they could not get success, it seems as if everything has come to a halt in their lives and they are dying. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next video.